Hello everyone, my name is Oksana. It's Road to Edoverse, weekly Edoverse Insider, the 76th. We deliver the news about the creation of our project Edoverse. And as usual, Tokugawa-san, could you please open today's session?
Okay, thank you, Oksana. Hello, everybody. This is Iehiro Tokugawa speaking. Now, this is session 3 on sumo. Now, last week I discussed the how should I say, the anthropological or the ethnological origins of sumo. Then how does it appear in Japanese history? Well, actually, as soon as history started, that is recorded history, started, sumo was there already. So in Kojiki, or the record of ancient matters, so the representative or a god ruling the country of Izumo did sumo with Okuninushi, I think, from the current imperial family, and lost. And as a result, he fled to Suwa, the Lake Suwa region in Nagano today. So this probably represents a clash between two clans or ethnic groups in ancient Japan. And then in the record of Japan, or Nihon Shoki, the same episode is written as a sumo match in front of the emperor of the time. And in this case, the winning sumo wrestler killed his opponent by kicking him in the chest and breaking his rib cage. So it was very bloody sport. Now, and later, the 40th Emperor Tenmu, and he reigned in the second half of the 7th century. So it was really the dawn of the Japanese state. And he enjoyed a sumo match between two clans from present-day Kagoshima. So these Kagoshima men, probably of a very different ethnic origin, from the, southern Pacific island nations. So they were quicker, and they had many tricks and dances and songs. So they served the imperial court both as a guard. They were very martially oriented, but also for entertainment. In this case, they did a sumo match in front of the emperor. So this is the first recorded instance of sumo in the imperial court. And then in the first half of the 8th century, the 45th emperor, Shobu, and this gets interesting. So he ordered all the prefects to send their sumo men, sumobito, to the imperial court. And you see, and the rationale for this order was that so there must be many men good in sumo and horse riding and archery in all of Japan's provinces, but all the local kings and lords and nobility will collect them in their mansions and hide them and will not let them appear. So what this indicates is that there was a pretty strong centrifugal force at work in ancient Japan. They're talking about small armies, someone can ride a horse, someone can shoot arrows, and some were wrestlers. So this is more like a special forces unit. And they were in the mansion of each and every prominent person all over Japan. So this was a very, very scary situation for the central government. And so the emperor wanted all of them, or as many as possible of them, to come to the imperial court. And so he was trying to centralize the military. And, you look at the sumo wrestlers of today, so bulky, and probably cannot run very long or very fast. To think of them as a military resource may be a bit strange. And then think of this, after the collapse of the Eastern Bloc, or the end of the Cold War, I think it was in Bulgaria that a professional wrestler, or a wrestler being trained for the Olympics, had first gone into the underground economy as an enforcer, and then eventually became a politician and then the prime minister. So in turbulent times, violence and physical strength become very important resources. And especially this is in the 8th century. So yeah, there was only manpower in the military, no tanks, no guns. And then, and also in Shomu's reign, 734 AD, 7th of July. So this is the Tanabata into present-day Japan. And here is the first record of, or the first detailed record of a sumo match with the emperor's visitation, and this was in the southern garden of the imperial palace, and this was also a case of festivity and partying, and there it was also they were trying to tell what the next year's harvest will be like. So the imperial court was absorbing agrarian customs, and also this gathering of all of the men with military skills had somehow had influence on how the villagers performed their sumo. And by the way, this horse cavalry, archery, and sumo all would receive a separate occasion for celebration, and 7th of July was one for sumo. Now, and then how was it done is that boys no taller than 4 feet would first do the sumo, and that would foretell the next year's fortunes. And then there will be the official sumo match. And sumo in these times, there was no ring, and it was winning and losing was judged by either one wrestler falling on his back, or being thrown on the ground, or to put his knee or hand on the soil. So this is exactly the same, I think, with the this is very similar to the Turkish or the Mongol versions of sumo. And interestingly, the final judge was the emperor, and only the high court nobility could observe this. But this kind of sumo, and it was like the concentration of military force, no matter how in at least a symbolic manner. This ended in the last recorded instance is in 1174. So this is like 10 years prior to the rise of the Minamoto, forming his own samurai government. And so interestingly, so where sumo is popular seem to indicate where military power or the power to enforce rests. And 1174 was the end of that for Kyoto. Okay, so I think that's enough for this week, and well, see you next week. And thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Tokugawa-san. And JJ, could you please join our session today? Hello.
Yeah. Hi. Hello. Thank you, Oksana. Hi, everybody. We will have monthly insider this week, and we will update a lot of things with all of you guys. So please look forward to listening to that. And currently, we are researching some, social games market, and we feel that I think the market itself is quite changing. I mean, the subscription model of social game is quite changing currently. It means I've just seen some fiscal statements from publicly listed company in Japan, and then like famous one, Cyber Agent, and then Square Enix as well. And yeah, those subscription model isn't working anymore. I mean, many of the users are so tired to pay a lot of subscription fee, monthly, weekly, daily, even. And then I think from the point of view of Web3, it's quite a nice opportunity for us to provide nice gaming. But on the other hand, we need to make our game more attractive, and we need to find right profit model, which is totally different from subscription model. So play to earn is really nice concept, but most of the games saying we are play to earn is because the value of currency is not so high. I mean, it's not of course JPY, it's not of course USD, even it's not of course BTC and Ethereum. So it means we need to make the token value higher, and then we can provide finally and then we can say this is play to earn. So, for the crypto market, we have to check and see what's happening and how to accelerate the value of our cryptocurrency. It means like Zenny for our project. And also we need to implement an attractive game, which is super nice and could be fighting to social gaming application. But I love using social game, certain games like Dragon Quest, Walk or something. That's a really nice model because I've never paid for that. And then I'm super enjoying, playing that game. So always we need to seek for why I'm playing this game with no subscription model. And then this is the kind of futures of a science of changing the market conditions. So yeah, I wouldn't say any of the answer yet, but yeah, we need to check that. And then I think this market changing is going to be a huge impact for all of the social games applications and of course the gaming companies. So only IP like Dragon Quest or like Final Fantasy or Resident Evil or those famous IP is still strong. So we can see the Capcom is really nice profit, but Square Enix down. Yeah, I was so surprised to see. And then Cyber Agent down. So Umamusume maybe is not profitable anymore, I think. So definitely the user demand is changing. We need to trace all of the demands in the market, and then we need to adjust and meet the requirements from user side. So that's really hard challenging, but that's why I'm so excited to work with this project anyway. Yeah, but please join our monthly insider, then maybe you can know a lot of updates from our side. Yeah, that's enough from my side. Thank you.
Thank you very much, JJ. And Mitsushi, could you please join us? Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, thanks, Oksana. The biggest news that I have discovered recently is the attack on Curve Finance. So Curve Finance, hacking that happens in Curve Finance. Curve Finance is the decentralized exchange focusing on stablecoin. A lot of people were using that specific decentralized exchange, and 62 million US dollars were hacked. And that's very huge hacking. And the impact of this hacking is that the people no longer trust DeFi protocol. I mean, DeFi is the very large part of Web3 and growth of Web3. A lot of people use decentralized exchange and a lot of DeFi protocol to enjoy yield farming and staking and other types of functions. But because of this large hacking, people lost trust in DeFi protocol. I think this is very serious problem right now. And this is very sort of historically really large incidents when we consider this trend towards DeFi protocol. And the interesting thing is that Curve Finance announced that to hackers that if they sort of refund money to the Curve Finance, they will provide 10% of refunded money. So they would like to reward the bug hunters. That's a very interesting idea. I mean, that's very Web3 native idea. I mean, hackers made a contribution to some extent to find out the weakness of the protocol, right? So the project operator value that, so they would sort of reward hackers in that way. So, and the hacker teams actually refunded several money to the protocol. And I think that was very interesting interaction between the operator of protocol and hackers. But anyway, I hope the recovery to DeFi will happen soon. Otherwise, it's very difficult to run many kinds of Web3 projects and protocol. I think that's the largest news, because even for Edoverse projects, people will trade Zenny or Koban or those types of tokens outside protocol in decentralized exchange on chain. For off-chain opportunity, people trade tokens in centralized exchange, but people will simultaneously use decentralized exchange as well, just like Uniswap or PancakeSwap. And if we have large liquidity on chain, the token price will be much better. The momentum for token will be much better. So I think DeFi play a very important role to create healthy tokenomics for Metaverse project as well. So I hope that the recovery to DeFi protocol, and active usage will go back soon. That's my sort of update today. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Mitsushi. And Martin, could you please join us? How are you doing today?
So just to kind of follow up on that last point, Mitsushi, I mean, we can hope. What's your kind of estimate for how long it's going to take for DeFi offerings to regain the trust of the market? Do you think it's really recoverable, or are we going to have to pivot?
I mean, I think it's recoverable because even after FTX crisis, a lot of protocols and new projects sort of challenged and carried out a good challenge and launched new products one after another. And people still use cryptocurrency, and people still try to launch new products. So people never surrender or give up. And that's the mindset of people working in Web3 and new tech industry. So I think within several months, people will restart using DeFi protocol, and new DeFi project will be launched with stronger functions with less weakness compared to curve finance. That's my estimation.
Right, and we are going to be one of those projects with stronger security and unhackable.
Yes.
Fantastic. Cool. Yeah, so not much from me this week. I mean, it does feel like it's been a busy news week, especially with Twitter becoming X, and then Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk talking about having a boxing match and all this kind of celebrity stuff in the tech space. Very funny and interesting. Cool bits of Japan news from my side. You know, I like to pick up on the Japan news. One is Nadeshiko Japan, the Japanese women's soccer team, is doing really, really well. They're undefeated, top scorer, and they might have a chance to go to the final. You know, they won once before, maybe they can win it again. So that's kind of exciting. And the other thing is, I don't know if you guys are into cars a lot at all, but Toyota just released photos of their new Land Cruiser 250. It looks amazing. It looks super futuristic and cool. So yeah, Google that, check it out. It's extremely cool. Yeah, in terms of other stuff on from our side, I don't have much to share this week. You know, very interesting points from both Gen and Mitsushi. So yeah, looking forward to seeing how we can navigate the increasingly fraught you know, crypto market here. But I'm very confident that we've got the brains in the executive suite here to negotiate the tricky current climate. So yeah, lots of confidence on my side. And that's it from me for this week, Oksana.
That's great. Thank you very much. And Dominique, could you please sum up today's session?
Yeah, thank you, Oksana. Hi, everybody. I actually really working on a lot of some side project of the Edoverse. And one is that now, so we launched the Tenku Gozenji in Fortnite. This is the Edoverse third party in the gaming, the battle game, which is in the Fortnite. That's actually pretty much well reception, but of course that this was actually quite sort of first step of the project, and we're now just started to develop a new one just for some much more sort of exciting one that you can just bring only one person just enjoying the game in Fortnite in the future as the name of Edoverse. And also, we are now selling the Kisoi Uma project. So that is kind of horse racing, some kind of project. It takes a really long time from now. So we're just selling that in the business units, and also I think we one by one at the same time. If you just buy the 5 units, then you can just get one horse in horse NFT, and also. We're also actually seeking a real partner just as a digital twin just in this Kisoima project, because this project is a quite big project, and then of course our team is not actually enough actually just to develop everything just because it's very big. So we are now seeking a major owners of a Kisoi Uma project. This is that we actually offer 2,000 the business units, or more than 2,000 business units, just for one the one entity or one person, and then we just we want to just form the team just to develop this project. So in the future, that actually we have some initiative just by those owners, and then what kind of games that we can make that in with the horses, and that's and also I think it's going to be very exciting, and also we are. The one by one, just creating it. Firstly, that we just fixing the venues, and also we just the site of the horse racing. This is the step 0, and the step 1 is that actually we incubations of horses. And then we just feed the horses and feed, and then we just grow the horses, and then it might be actually very exciting that, and of course it's very individual the different powers, and also the different the individuals. So they have the horses is going to have a lot of sort of exciting some characters in the future, and then after this we have some of the sort of arrow shooting games just with the horses, and then finally that the real horse racing. So that 4 step, from 0 to 3, it takes I think more than 3 years, maybe 5 years. So we're now seeking a partner to actually to just invest in this project, and to become a major owners of the Kisoi Uma project. And then we have the big meeting on 11th of August, just as a monthly insiders. And then we have a lot of outputs now, and then because of the horse racing, the trailers, and then many results that's coming up from the project. So I'm just looking forward to meeting you. Everybody's just in a monthly insider this, I think, Friday, Thursday.
Friday, yes.
Friday,
totally
yes.
Friday.
Yeah. So please just wait for it, and then I think please just enjoy Edoverse now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dominic, and thank you everybody for participating in today's session. We will meet next weekend, of course, at the Monthly Insider on 11th. Goodbye.